So let's start with gratitude. Let's start with thanksgiving for what we already have. Make the note. Thanksgiving opens the doors and the channels to receive more than you have. If you'll be thankful for what you've got, here's what closes the doors to opportunity and ideas and inspiration. Cynicism. For cynics, the channels are closed. For those who are thankful, the channels are open. Somebody once said, there's nothing so powerful as an idea whose time has come. But here's another way to say it. There's nothing so powerful as an idea that comes at the right time. For some of you, I promise you, this is the right time for you. I don't know what all the preparations you've made and what's happened in your life, both personal and social and herbal life before you got here. But this is a good time, ideas that come at a good time. Now underline the word inspiration. Ideas by themselves affect no one, but ideas loaded with inspiration, loaded with the emotion of caring, loaded with ambitious motives to reach as many people as possible and help change at least your part of the world. That's what's powerful. Always be eager to learn. No matter how old you get. 75, I've got a lot more years of learning. The big part of my learning now, the rest of my life, is how to balance my life, right? Enough of this and enough of this, and not too much of this. I'm into energy management now as well as time management. Don't burn up most of your energy on little things that don't count that much. Save it up for the times when it really is necessary and where it really counts. And no matter how much you've learned so far, there's more to learn. Next, don't hesitate to debate everything. We're not asking for just servants to follow. We're asking for students to learn. Every idea presented from this stage has to be refined to fit you, your personality, where you are at the moment. Someone says, I want to build just a little neighborhood business and have enough income to take care of my family. That's it for me. Someone else says, I'd like to conquer the world. So whatever is presented here, make sure you turn it over in your mind and figure out how to apply it to your situation and what you want to accomplish. Don't let anybody give you orders. We're not here to say you should, you should. All we're here to do is to say it's possible, it's possible, it's possible. Now the most extraordinary testimonials over the last 26 years say the most unbelievable things are possible. I started my health and nutrition career as a distributor 15 hours a week. And in giving 15 hours a week, I invested $200 in products for myself, my family, and a few products to sell. 1955. I signed my application, got started, but just a small investment of $200, which I had to borrow, and 15 hours a week. Within less than a year, my part-time income exceeded my full-time income. Somebody gave me the strategy of how to use the marketing system and the product story to my benefit. There were others at the same time who invested maybe the same time, but they didn't have the same results. So keep studying the results of those who are doing extremely well that have got the same time you've got. Act on what you've learned and what you've got. Put these notes into action. It's action that turns ideas into reality. It's action that builds the city. It's the 6 days of labor. Yes, we now must rest one after 6 of labor. But don't get those numbers mixed up. 6 of rest, 1 of labor. It's not rest that builds the city. It's not rest that builds the fortune. Yes, we must rest. But make this note, this is for leaders, potential leaders. Only rest long enough to gather strength. No more. The same is for food. Only enough food to gather strength. No more. Because the purpose of an object is not to eat. The purpose of an object is not to sleep. The purpose of an object is not to rest. The purpose is to build the city, build the university, build a career, build your good health, build an organization, build for the future. Some are spending the same time, the same hours, but instead of going to 2,000 a month, they go to 10,000. You got to be a student of that. How can this marketing system yield me the greatest results for the time and the money and the energy that I'm going to invest? Don't let yourself be left behind because you've got the same time and the same products, the same support system, the same literature, the same sales aids. Make sure that the construct of your time and energy is put out in a manner that yields you the greatest results. But all of you made your contribution. Part of it was your effort to get here. No effort like that is going to go unrewarded. The unseen hand that creates and spins and weaves everybody's life recognizes every effort. It says, if you sow, you shall reap. If you do good, you shall receive. If you touch people's lives, you will be rewarded. It's not only the Herbalife formula, that's the life formula. And remember Zig Ziglar's formula for success. If you help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. 48 years ago, when I first heard Zig say that, I underlined the word everything, and I went for it. When I first got started as a health and nutrition distributor, everybody I could reach, everybody I could touch. You've heard me talk about how to recruit the waitress when she brings you your coffee. I see this guy underneath the car changing oil. How long have you been doing this? He said, 7 years. I said, are you going to go for another 7? He says, I hope not. I said, I have an idea for you to consider. You won't have to lay underneath these cars anymore changing the oil. What's the deal? Come to a meeting. I learned how to do that with such incredible enthusiasm. Since I first heard of health and nutrition and the idea of personal development, nobody has ever said to me in the last 55 years, when are you going to get going? I've never heard that. All I've heard all these years is, when are you going to slow down? When are you going to retire? When are you going to take it easy? Nobody's ever said to me, when are you going to get off the couch? When are you going to turn off the television? When are you going to get going? I've never heard that the rest of my life. Once the lights went on for me, they've never gone out. So here's what happens now when you leave here today. Jot it down. You leave here rich. You might have arrived, having spent the last dollar. You might have arrived having become almost exhausted by the effort to get here. I flew all night, 10.5 hours, whatever it is. Go through customs, immigration, passport control, all the rest. So it's a collective effort now made it possible for this drama to occur. And it's not just the money, it's all of the rest of the drama of your life. So when you walk out of here today, you walked in just by yourself, making your contribution to this drama, but you walk away with the wealth of the extravaganza in your possession. The wealth of a handshake. When you shake somebody's hand, it's not just the act of shaking hands that says hello. There's like a transfer of power. When I shake your hand, you give your power to me, I give my power to you. I remember playing basketball when I was in school. And before we went on the court to play the basketball game, the team of 10 or 12 of us got together. Guess what we did before we went on the court, John? We all placed our hands. Hands on top of hands, on top of hands, on top of hands. It's what the dancers did before they came on today. They all got together in a huddle. They all put their hands on top of hands, on top of hands. Said, let's go. Wow, let's go.